Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play King's Bounty We No Fair Fight. We're on Verona and we're trying to make a special quest, which is really hard because there is a lot of opposition in the way. And especially that little frying guy there is fast as lightning and annoying as hell. And the guy that you can see on top of there, the mage, is dangerous as well. Now what we could do, should do and must do is use the dragons in order to improve our army effectiveness. Because the bears that are in the way will attack us. But the bears are so weak that if you have a sufficient army, you can right from the start scare them away and run past them. As soon as an enemy is very weak, they will avoid you and run away from you, and that's basically the idea, because we cannot get through there if the bears are on our backs as well. So what we need is a bigger army to scare them off. Question is, can we do that? He's coming, trying to lure him away, outmaneuvering him, which did work. Hardly. Look at that. That guy's after us. Everyone's after us. That bear is not after us because he's fearful. And we've made it through! Excellent! This is the bridge to the other side of Verona, but this bridge is very, very well defended. Make no mistake. Oh boy, look at that. The warrior comes. Now this is a tricky situation, not especially because of this warrior and the two bears and the dragonfly hero that cruises around here. There is other stuff you should be aware of. Oh, look at that, werewolves. If we're building an elf army, that would be an idea. They have regeneration, but that is only something that, in my eyes, is effective in the beginning of the game. Not so much later in the game, because they're doing so much damage that your regeneration is basically worthless. This guy is strange. Because he's not reacting on us. Oh, look at that. There is a lancer coming. Stay clear of the lancer. Those guys are quick and angry, and they will follow you a long time because they're so fast. The slower an enemy is, the easier it is to trick him. Look at that guy. We'll try to move him aside, and it worked. Mages are normally not that slow. And see, this is Enya. She's living in a farmhouse in the territory of now the occupied Verona. And her father was taken to prison, and we assume that she's just another farmer girl, but she's not. She is polite, she's friendly, and we ask her what happened to her father. Because why not? Seems to be nice. Could have a nice father too. Maybe he needs help. And we learned that her father was taken into custody because he supported the king, and that leads us to think that he's not an ordinary man. So she cannot be an ordinary man or a farmer. Well, we could have perhaps told you that from the clothes and from the jewelry she's wearing, I guess. And of course, she's not a farmer. Who are we to think that? Her father is the Earl of El Prusco, a close friend and supporter of King Helmut, and she's the daughter. And she has a friendship with Prince Frederick, which is the guy that gave us the order in the beginning. That's the guy in the castle right from the start. So she is the fiancée of, or the suspected wife of the guy we're working for, basically. So she waits for King Frederick to save her, but of course it's us to do the job. And so we will ask her if she wants to come with us. Now this is a dangerous job because we're miles deep in enemy territory. But on the other hand though, we're the good guys, so why not take her just with us to the king? And you could ask for more money, but in my experience it doesn't even make a difference if you ask for money or not. You just get money in the end. And I even think it's roughly the same amount, if not the same amount. So there's not... I didn't see it necessary. I played cool. You cannot do anything to her, so you cannot lick her like the tongue. I think it would have made more sense to lick a princess than a tongue, but Hey, who am I? He is selling a lot of bears and troopers. That is the castle of the evildoer. General Fogged. No, not faggot, but Fogged. Not that you get that wrong. Look at that, they're selling normal beholders, which are cool because they can put people to sleep. They have relatively good health points, and the ranged fighters, which is excellent. An unlimited number of peasants. And an artifact. -1 attack, +5 mana. But it is part of a set that gives you basically more scroll space in your pocket and your spellbook. Now that's great. Dragon X are not helping us that much. Holy cannoli! 3 red gems. That is outstanding. That basically means we have now distortion magic. Beautiful choice. We should try to get to chaos magic and then to higher magic if we can, because that is really, really useful. Higher magic is one of the most useful things. That's the reason we're playing mages after all, because that's the best way to get your achievements going. Why and how you will see later, but just learn all the spells. Yes, you should watch after your crystals, not use every scroll up to maximum or upgrade every spell to maximum. But I think you should have most of the spells in your spellbook, in my opinion. Just to have the opportunity, because every spell or nearly every spell has its use. Don't level them up all, just level up the ones you need and when you need them. There's no negative in that, but if you upgrade spells that you're not actually using, you might run out of crystals when you need them. And of course, only do that if you have alchemy at maximum, otherwise you might lose crystals. And those things are not that easy to come by. And when you think, oh, I've got over 100 crystals, I can do this for days. No, you cannot. Because upgrading spells costs a hell of a lot of crystals depending on the spell. And you can't end out of crystals in no time. Absolutely no time. You might think we're good because we have 73 magic runes, but trust me, that thing will go down immediately. As soon as we hit high magic, it's all over, because that thing eats blue gems like cornflakes in the morning. Trust me. Really, really hardcore. We're still thinking of learning auto magic, and we will, but at the moment, more important thing is higher magic. Because that will give us access to casting more spells a turn, which will give us the ability to achieve our achievement sooner. Like trap kills, like even here, the fire bolt thingy. You have to cast it 15 to 50 times to get +5 intellect, which is +5 mana, which is insane. +5 intellect would be really cool, but we're not getting that. That's really expensive. And so we're thinking what to do next. But is that a hard question, boy? We have a lot of blue runes. We don't have a lot of green and red. Of course, you might argue get some level ups, but we're already level 15, and we will have problems getting more levels now because we cannot fight a lot yet. We first have to do all the quests, get ourselves all the items if possible. As I mentioned, it would be a lot better if we had access to all the islands, but we'll not get any additional scrolls without fighting now because they're all defended. All the maps that we could theoretically use are defended very, very well. There is no way for us breaking through there. Could switch armies, but the question is, can we afford it? And would a bigger or different army, not bigger army, even do anything? I'm hardly believing that. And with that, I think I'll leave you and see you all next time. Until then, bye!